guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of the video, we got some major news. We got a lot to talk about. I don't even know where to start. I quit my job. I have quit my first nursing job, and there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into. This video, I'm going to try to make it short and sweet, but I do want to just give you guys like a life update on what's going on in my life right now, because I shared on my stories on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, I just changed my name. It's Daily Dose of Nursing now, so that's my new Instagram name. And I asked you guys, or I told you guys that I had some like major news to tell you guys, and a lot of you guys some of y'all guessed it, some of you guys didn't. Some of you guys guessed like some other things going on in my life, which I also kind of wanted to touch on, because I realized that I haven't updated you guys about anything. Like, y'all know that I'm getting ready for my wedding, and I am getting married this year, if you guys have never watched my videos. So this is just kind of going to be an update on my life and chatting about quitting my job, which is the biggest news ever. Because if you guys don't know, if you guys don't follow me, I am a new nurse, and I have actually been at this job since like March of last year. So it hasn't even been a full year. And yeah, it's pretty big news. I'm super excited. So let's just get into it. First off, I do want to talk about me quitting my job. So if you guys, yesterday was my last day at my first nursing job ever, at the first hospital I worked at, the first place that I ever worked as a nurse, where I grew up as a nurse, and I have so many emotions about it. I did quit because I have gotten another job, and I'm so flippin' excited about this job that I got, because it is in a completely different field. It is in a completely different hospital. It is actually in the hospital that basically inspired me to become a nurse. If you guys don't know, I used to care for my grandmother. My grandmother used to live with us and used to care for her. And, you know, she's older, so of course she was admitted into hospitals very often. And this particular hospital, there are like a bunch of them within my city, and that's the only hospital I ever took her to, because every other hospital that we've been to, there just wasn't the care that the care wasn't up to par with what, you know, I was expecting. And this one hospital that we always took her to was like the absolute best care that ever. So everywhere she went, she lived with my aunt for some time, and she lived an hour away, and there were still hospitals over there. So every single time we needed to take her to a hospital, we would always take her to this hospital. And like I said, there's a bunch within my city. So this is basically the hospital that inspired me to become a nurse, and I just got hired onto this hospital in a dream unit. I debated on whether I wanted to tell you guys in this video or I wanted to make it a completely separate video, and I've decided, spoiler alert, I have decided y'all aren't gonna know which unit I'm gonna be on until another video, because I do want to really get into how I got this job prior to me even finishing my 1 year as a new nurse. And it's basically a very interesting story, and I'm really excited to kind of talk to you guys about how I got this job, how I interviewed for this job, and yeah, because it's absolutely amazing how I got it. And it's a crazy story. Every time I tell people, they're like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm like, I know. So that is going to be a completely different video, but I did kind of just want to, like I said, make this short and sweet. I told you guys that I had a life update on Instagram, and some of you guys had like some guesses on what it was going to be, that I found my venue, that I found my dress, that I moved out, that I bought a house, like so many different things. So I kind of wanted to update you guys on my life. So if you guys don't know, I am getting married this year. I'm getting married in actually a few months, so it's very close. So I realized that I never chatted with you guys about like wedding stuff and my life. So I have found my venue. My venue has been decided for a long time now. Actually, we got engaged. If you guys don't know, me and my fiance got engaged December of 2019, and that's actually when I graduated nursing school. So the day before I graduated nursing school, we had like a party to celebrate, because I graduated on a Monday. So we celebrated the Sunday before that, and my entire family flew out, of course, to see me graduate. And my fiance proposed. So we got engaged literally the day before I graduated nursing school, which is absolutely amazing in front of my family. And that month, actually, since I graduated in the beginning of December, we went to see some venues, and the venue that we ended up picking because my fiance proposed to me with a song in the background, and that song is Endless Love by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. If you guys have never heard it, it is more of a throwback song, and that is one of my favorite songs ever, like ever. So that song is the song that my parents had their first dance to, so that's like their wedding song. And growing up, we listened to that song a lot because, like I said, that's the song that my parents had their first dance to, so it's like really special to me. And me and my fiance, when we first started dating, I showed him that song, and that was in 2017 when we first started dating. And I guess I've never really told you guys like my engagement story, but basically he played the song in the background and he proposed to me with that song in the background. So when we went out to look for venues, this was actually the first and only venue that we went to. And when we walked into the venue, guess what song was playing? And if you guys know this song, or if you guys look this song up, this song is old. It's older than me. So this song isn't something that you hear like every single day on the radio. It's not something you hear anywhere really. So when we walked in and I heard that song, I was like, all right, I guess we found our venue. Because what more of a sign could that be than them playing our song that we got engaged to? So yes, we have already found our wedding venue. I have already bought my dress. I actually just got fitted for my dress like 2 weeks ago. Like I said, I am getting married in 2 months. So yeah, so those are just some of my updates. I haven't bought a house. Some of you guys guessed that we had bought a house, and actually right now in Texas, houses are selling for a lot more than we were expecting, and that is because a lot of Californians are deciding to move to Texas right now. And as we all know, California is very expensive, so these people are coming with a lot of money, and we really can't compete with them. So, oh my gosh, I have little fuzzies in my hair. And dry shampoo. Oh, sorry if you've been seeing that this entire time. So we are still deciding on whether we're going to go house to apartment. It's still all up in the air. We're, trying to keep our options open, trying to stay positive. But right now we are kind of house apartment hunting, seeing what we can find. But it is looking like we're going to move more towards an apartment rather than a house. Yeah, you guys, I am super excited. I will be recording the videos soon on what job I'm in. I haven't decided completely if I'm going to announce it on a YouTube video or I'm going to announce it on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram because it will be coming out very soon. Yeah, if you guys have any guesses on where I'm going, I would love to know. Comment down below, send me a DM. I'm like super curious as to where you guys think I'm gonna go. I have mentioned this unit before, and if you guys have followed me for a while, you might already know because I've talked about this unit before and how it was probably like my goal, like at the end of my nursing career, to work on this unit, and something that I also kind of wanted to talk about as to why I quit my job and why I'm moving on from this unit. If you guys watched my first update on being a nurse, like within the first few months, nursing last year in 2020 was very overwhelming. And if you guys don't know, I literally became a nurse February of 2020. Pandemic started at March of 2020. So last year was very, very difficult, especially as a brand new spanking nurse. It was difficult for everybody, but as a new nurse, it was just extremely overwhelming, and I haven't known anything other than the pandemic as a nurse. And let's just say I felt like I had got burned out so quickly within my unit. If you guys don't know, I was on a surgical oncology unit, like med-surg oncology unit, and it was just very overwhelming. And a nurse, Holly, if you guys follow Holly Gabriel on Instagram, she actually talked about this literally a few days ago, and it's exactly how I felt. And she basically talked about getting burned out as a nurse last year and how it was very difficult for healthcare, which I 1000% agree with. Like I said, this is the only nursing life I know because as soon as I started, the pandemic started. So I don't know anything other than this, but it was very difficult for me mentally, physically. I was also a full-time student, so it was just like so much on me and on my shoulders, and every day it was just I don't know, I just felt like last year was such a blur. So I decided to move on from my unit. I decided to just go ahead and pursue something that I knew I would love. When I first started nursing, I told you guys, like, my goal is to be in a bunch of different units. I want to get amazing experience, and I don't want to be stuck to one unit because I want to learn, I want to build my skills, and I want to learn just about everything. I want to be one of those nurses that's like, oh, I've done that, know how to do it. You know what I mean? So that was really my goal. And honestly, on this unit, I felt like I learned so much. I dealt with absolutely everything. I mean, it's not surgical oncology, if you guys know, if you guys have worked in surgical oncology, and so many of you guys that are new nurses that have started on surgical oncology floors, I've kind of talked about how difficult the floor is. And I'm like, girl, tell me about it. I know. It's very different than a regular med-surg floor because the surgeries that we have are extensive surgeries, not like appies and coolies. They're extensive bowel surgeries, extensive surgeries just everywhere. Wherever cancer can grow, which is absolutely anywhere, are the kind of surgeries that we get. So a lot of our surgeries were more PCU, ICU level, but our oncologists, our surgical oncologists only preferred our surgeries to be on our floor. So we would get very difficult patients. And it was a lot as a new nurse. It's a lot, even as an experienced nurse. So a lot of nurses got burned out last year. A lot of people have been leaving my unit, and I completely understand why. I am obviously one, and that is because I was just over it. I was over it. And this, like I said, Holly kind of talked about this on her stories, and I literally resonated with it so bad. I'm like, wow, this is exactly what I need to hear. Because she kind of talked about how a lot of nurses are so passionate about the unit that they're in, and they're so in love with the unit that they're in, and they just radiate like love for their job, and like they absolutely love going to work. And I just didn't feel that. I didn't feel like, oh my God, I love my job. Oh my God, I want to go to work every day. Oh my God, like this is my dream to be here. And I just didn't feel like that. I really didn't. And I loved the patients that I cared for. I loved, you know, the connections that I had with my patients. Like I would see patients all the time that I already knew, and, you know, they loved seeing me, and I love that connection. But at the end of the day, oncology is difficult because you basically see people come in from, you know, their first diagnosis, and you see them deteriorate sometimes. Sometimes it's, you know, they beat it and they're out of there and you never see them again, which is amazing. But sometimes you just see them, and every single time they come in, it's like you see them deteriorating more and more and more, get skinnier, get more fragile. And it's just like, I just feel so much for people, and I feel like it was really getting to me. So that's another reason why I really decided to move on from this unit. It was an absolute amazing experience. I have learned so flippin' much, and I know that those skills are something that I'm going to hold dearly for the rest of my nursing career. But I'm really ready to move on. I'm ready to be excited about a career field. I'm ready to be excited to go to work. And sorry, it's getting dark in here. It's like getting uglier outside, like it's about to rain. So I'm sorry if it looks super dark. Almost done. But yeah, so that's another reason why I've decided to move on, because I know a lot of you guys are also in surgical oncology and you love to like talk to me about it and stuff like that. But I am ready to move on. Like I said, the next video I will be talking all about how I got this job, what job I'm in. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be announcing it on YouTube or on Instagram, so make sure you follow me on both, because I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited to be on a new unit, be in a new hospital, feel fresh and excited again. And yeah, I am super excited to announce it to you guys. I'm super excited that you guys have been here with me since I was a nursing student. And yeah, I can't wait to share this with you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting me. We will talk soon. I cannot wait. Okay, bye guys.